Have you ever heard of a battle fought not with bombs, but with paper? It sounds like something out of a cartoon, but this is a real story from the 1965 Indo-Pakistani War. It is a tale that is less about conflict and more about a legendary act of aerial trolling. Our story revolves around a Pakistani Air Force pilot named Air Commodore Sajjad Haider. Now, Haider wasn't just any pilot. He was a daredevil, a bit of a maverick, and a true flying ace. During the war, tensions were incredibly high, and the skies were a dangerous place. Both sides were launching raids, and airfields were prime targets. One of the most heavily defended Indian air bases was Adampur. It was a fortress, protected by anti-aircraft guns and a squadron of skilled Indian pilots. Attacking it was considered a near-suicidal mission, but Sajjad Haider wasn't one to back down from a challenge. In September 1965, he was tasked with leading a strike on Adampur. The mission was already incredibly risky. Flying low to avoid radar, his squadron faced a barrage of anti-aircraft fire. It was a textbook example of a dangerous wartime sortie. But this is where our story takes a hilarious and unexpected turn. Besides the usual arsenal of rockets and cannons, Haider had brought something else along for the ride. Tucked away in his cockpit were bundles of posters. What was on these posters, you ask? It was a message, a taunt, aimed directly at the commander of the Adampur airbase, a man Haider knew personally. The posters had a picture of Haider's aircraft, the F-86 Sabre, along with a cheeky message. It read something like, "Greetings to the station commander of Adampur Air Base. We are the hunters of Halwara." Halwara was another base Haider's squadron had successfully attacked. It was a bold, in-your-face challenge. After his squadron had completed their attack run, firing their rockets and cannons at the runway and military installations, Haider did something incredible. As he pulled his jet up and away from the chaos below, he didn't just fly off. Instead, he circled back over the heavily defended base, opened his canopy just a crack, and threw the bundles of posters out into the wind. Imagine the scene on the ground. Indian airmen are scrambling amidst the smoke and confusion of an air raid. Then, fluttering down from the sky aren't bombs, but pieces of paper. They probably thought it was some new kind of propaganda leaflet, but when they picked them up, they found a personal taunt from the very pilot who had just attacked them. It was psychological warfare at its most audacious and, frankly, most comical. This act became legendary in military aviation circles. It wasn't just about the physical damage, it was about the sheer nerve, the audacity to fly into the heart of enemy territory, deliver your payload, and then drop a calling card on your way out. It was a message that said, "Not only can we hit you, but we can do it with style and a sense of humor." Sajjad Haider survived the war and went on to have a distinguished career. But he's perhaps best remembered for this one incredible mission. It's a story that shows that, even in the midst of conflict, there can be moments of incredible bravado and wit that are so absurd you can't help but be amazed. It's a testament to the character of the pilots who flew those dangerous missions, turning a deadly encounter into an unforgettable tale. So next time you think of aerial combat, remember the Pakistani pilot who didn't just drop bombs, but also dropped the mic, or in this case, a stack of posters. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this piece of history, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next story. See you in the next one.